Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be discussing all things postpartum. I've gotten a lot of questions on Instagram regarding like how I'm doing with things, how's my recovery going. So I just figured I'd get on here and film a video for YouTube for you guys. So I am now 7 weeks postpartum. I had my 6-week appointment last week and my doctor cleared me for everything, which I'm super excited about because I can finally like get back to my normal life. We'll try to at least. I'm excited to go back into the gym. I have never been more excited to work out. I don't know why. I think it's because I've gone so long without working out. I was never like that type to be all about fitness, but I'm just excited to like get back into the gym and just have that time for myself, because if you guys are a mom, you guys know that you barely get any time to yourself. So I'm excited for that. If you guys don't know, I did get a C-section. So he checked like my scar and everything's good. It healed beautifully. And yeah, he basically cleared me to go back to my everyday life. So I'm excited for that. So yeah, in today's video, I'm just going to be kind of sharing with you guys a couple products that I use postpartum. If you guys are breastfeeding, some products that I use while breastfeeding. And then I'm just going to be sharing a little bit more of like my birth story. Just because I don't think I've shared it on here. I've shared it on Instagram, but I haven't shared like what happened on here. So I'll share a little bit of that. And then I also do have a couple like vlog footage that I'm going to insert because I was planning on vlogging my birth story, but that didn't go as planned clearly. I was just in so much pain that I was like, I didn't even think to put out a camera. But I do have some footage of the day I went into the hospital and like the days leading to that. So I will insert that here. Hello, my people. Don't mind my pregnant, swollen face. I'm super pregnant right now. I'm 38 weeks and it's currently, what's today's date? December 10th. I just got out of my appointment. Well, not just. I had my appointment this morning. I am 3 centimeters dilated. So my doctor decided to schedule me in for induction next week, next Thursday. I'll be 39 weeks in a couple days. So he doesn't want me to wait till the whole 40 weeks just because I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. I've been controlling it with just changing my diet. I haven't had to go on insulin or anything. I just changed my diet. I switched to a low-carb diet. And I've been checking my sugar 4 times a day. But he's still been growing rapidly. When I went in for my 36-week appointment, he was already 7 pounds, 3 ounces. And then I went in at the beginning of this week, and I was about 38 weeks, 37, almost 38 weeks. He has gotten to 8 pounds, 7 ounces. So he's pretty big. My doctor doesn't want to wait till 40 weeks just because he doesn't want him to grow any bigger and risk me having to have a C-section. So we're gonna do induction, but since I am already 3 centimeters dilated, he thinks that I might go sooner than Thursday. It could be this weekend. It could be the beginning of next week. Things can just go like that. But my scheduled induction is for Thursday. Hi guys. That escalated very quickly. I am now in labor. I'm already fully dilated, but my water hasn't came out yet, hasn't popped. So I'm waiting for the doctor. It is, what's today? It's Tuesday the 15th. We came in at around like 2. No, what time? Like 3:30, 3:45 we came in. And yeah, things now, right now, what time is it right now?
7:16.
It's 7:16, so only in a couple hours. Things have went quickly. But right when they gave me that epidural, they checked me. And she said she felt the baby's head, but the balloon of water was still intact. So that's when they called the doctor, because he's the one who has to pop it. But I finally feel no pain. I couldn't record earlier for nothing because that pain was just unbearable. And yeah, it was horrible, but I'm here. And hopefully Kai will be here in a couple hours. So I will update you guys when he's here. But yeah, things went so fast. I was feeling fine yesterday, and then today I was feeling fine. And you know, I ate pineapple today. I think that's what it was. Honestly, yeah. I ate pineapple right before I went to bed. And I woke up at 2 and I started feeling the contractions, and they were just back to back, back to back. And I was like, oh my God, it's time. And then we got here, and they were like, I was already 5, almost 6 centimeters when she checked me when I first got in. And then an hour or two went by, they gave me the epidural, and then she checked me and I was fully dilated. She didn't feel any cervix. And yeah, so we'll see. He should be here soon. We will see, but I will let you guys know. I'll update you guys if anything. Just wanted to come on here quickly. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Okay, so let's get into my birth story real quick. I'm not gonna go into like complete detail, but I'm just gonna give you guys a little overview so you guys know. I was in labor for probably about 7 hours. I did not know, like when I went to bed that night, I did not know I was gonna wake up and be in labor. Like I had no clue. And it was crazy because I was trying so many things like to the days leading before just to get myself into labor, and nothing was working. And so like I just ended up like giving up all hope, and like I stopped trying to like induce myself, and that's when it happened. So everybody always said that too, like, oh, it's gonna happen when you least expect it, and it surely did. So I went into labor on December 15th 2020. It was around like 2 a.m. I woke up and I was having contractions, and I started timing them, and they were 3 minutes apart, which I was super shocked because I thought it was gonna like, you know, it was gonna be like a slow process. I didn't really have contractions before. I thought I had Braxton Hicks, but now that I know what contractions feel like, I did not have any Braxton Hicks contractions like at all, or like any contractions before that day. I never knew like what contractions were, how they felt. Like I always thought like, oh, maybe I'm having one, but once I experienced the real thing, I was like, no, I never had anything close to this before. So yeah, they were already 3 minutes apart. So I was like, okay, it's time. Like I need to go to the hospital, because on the app it says that, like, it tells you when it's time to go to the hospital, and it told me that like, okay, it's time, pack your bags. We got to the hospital at around like 3:34, and then they had to check me in and all that stuff. It was taking so long, but whatever. We got into the room. I had to get tested for COVID before I got the epidural, which was so annoying because it took so long, because the first test came back in error. So then I had to take another one. So it just took so long for me to get the epidural. But once I finally got it, I felt so much better because I was in so much pain. It was crazy. Like I don't know how people do it without the epidural. And then once she gave me the epidural, so when I first got into the hospital, I was already 6 centimeters dilated. And then once I got the epidural, they checked me like 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, and I was already fully dilated. So they were like, oh my God. They called the doctor. The doctor checked me, and once he checked me, my water broke. So he was like, okay, it's time to push. And all this happened so fast that they thought that, oh my God, this girl's gonna push that baby out in like 2 pushes. Like everybody there thought, even us, like we thought it was gonna be so fast because my labor process was so fast. Like I dilated so quickly, my water broke, and it was already time to push. So I started pushing, and honestly, I was pushing for 2.5 hours. And nothing. I wasn't getting anywhere. Like this boy was so big. So as you can see from the clip that I inserted, I did talk about like how I had gestational diabetes. So this baby was gonna be big regardless. A C-section was kind of in the back of our head, but I was just hoping for the best. And so was my doctor. My doctor did not want me to have a C-section. So he was trying so hard to have me push it out, but it was just not budging, and I was just so tired, and the baby was in distress. So like the doctor was like, you know, the best option right now is to have a C-section. And I was like, you know what, that is fine. Like we tried. I went into the hospital thinking like, as long as I try to push my baby out, that's all that matters. Like whatever happens, I just want the best like outcome for me and the baby, and I tried. So that's all that matters, honestly. For 2.5 hours I tried, so that's that. So I was just so tired that I was like, yes, just do it. So they took me in, and I guess the epidural kind of wore off a little bit, so they tried to like put like another I don't know, they tried to like give me another dosage or something, but I could still feel everything they were doing. Like, I could move my toes. I knew I was moving my toes. I felt the first slice he made in my stomach, and I started screaming. I was like, no, I can feel it. This is not okay. Because they told me that I'm gonna start feeling like tugging and pressure, but not pain or anything. But I felt like sharp pain. So I made sure like to let them know, like, you can't continue because I can feel this. So they automatically put me to sleep. My boyfriend had to leave the room. Just so scary, that experience, just because all I remember was going into like a cold room, shivering, and I was just so scared. You could see it in my face how scared I was, and it was just such a scary experience. So my boyfriend told me, like, basically it was like 20 minutes only and I was out of there. And so they brought him the baby. He was the first one to see the baby. He cut the cord, and then 15 minutes later they brought me in, and I was able to hold my baby, and they put him on my chest, and it was just the most amazing experience ever. Like, so amazing. And everything was like so worth it. All the pain, everything was so worth it. So I did have to stay in the hospital for about like, I think it was, we stayed 3 days. So we got there on a Tuesday. I gave birth on Tuesday and we left on Thursday. The first day was horrible. Like, I was in so much pain. I was on a lot of medication, so I didn't really feel like I wasn't like in excruciating pain, but every time I would move, laughed, coughed, I can feel it all in my like lower stomach. And it's crazy how much you use your stomach muscles. Like, I never noticed until like then that like I use my stomach muscles for almost everything. And I was just in so much like pain every time I would try to get up or stuff like that. But I just wanted to make sure I was like moving, because the earlier you try to move around, the faster you heal. So I was making sure that I was trying to do things on my own, like go to the bathroom and all that stuff. By the second day I was using the bathroom on my own, and I showered and stuff like that. So the healing process was kind of hard, like, just because you can't do much, like you have to kind of stay in bed, which I hated that, because I'm the type that I hate asking for help. So I had to have help with every little thing that I did, even using the bathroom at home. Like, it was just so annoying. And then also I had to ask for help, like, to help me with the baby and like to change him and all that stuff. And like, I had to have him handed to me every time like I wanted to feed him and stuff like that. So that was a little hard for me at first. Like, that was, I think, the toughest part of this whole thing, just because I'm not the type to ask for help, and I just hate, like, I like to do things on my own. And the fact that I needed to rely on other people to like do things kind of like affected my mental health a little bit. But I'm so grateful for the help that I did have, because I don't know what I would do if I didn't have that. The first 2 weeks I would say were the hardest, but once I passed the first 2 weeks, I felt a lot better, and the scar looked so good. Honestly, I'm so grateful for my doctor, because he did an amazing job. The scar is super low on my stomach, so it's easy to hide, and yeah, it looks great. It healed great, and I'm super happy about that. So at my 6-week checkup, they weighed me, and I'm back to my pre-pregnancy weight. I'm actually like, I weigh a little less than I did before I got pregnant, which I was super surprised about, just because I think it was 1 week postpartum, and I still looked 5 months pregnant. I was like, what the heck? Like, I always look at pictures of like postpartum, and I'm like, I see like these girls like bounce back after like a couple days and their belly's flat. And when I saw, like, look in the mirror, and I was like, oh my god, I still look pregnant, and it's been a whole week. I was so like surprised. But I'm gonna show you a picture of 4 days before I went into the hospital, and I was huge. Like, my belly was so big. I never realized how big my belly was until now that I look at pictures, and it was crazy. So obviously my stomach was not gonna go back to normal from being that big. My stomach has gone down so much. Like, I'm so shocked at how much it's gone down, and it's strictly from breastfeeding. I have not done anything at all but breastfeed my baby. Like, I still have my little, you know, mom pouch, my fupa. But hey, it's better than how I was looking before. So in the beginning, I used the Freedom Mom Kit, the boy shorts. I love those things. I will insert a picture. I don't have any more with me because I used them all. But they're like disposable underwear, and they're high-waisted, and they like snatch you in. So those I loved so much. I didn't get the whole kit. I just got the boy shorts and then the Perry bottle, which is this right here. I will show you. This kind of helped like when I went to the bathroom and like all the bleeding and stuff. This helped a lot, like with cleaning down there, because my stomach was still kind of sore, so I couldn't really like see like everything, so I made sure I used this before like I wiped with anything. It's just wet because I just washed it. But yeah, so this is the peri bottle. This comes this does not come in the kit. You have to buy this separately. But this is a must just because the one they give you in the hospital is kind of just like, it's kind of just, it doesn't have this little angle right here. So this kind of just gets like right in there and like make sure everything's clean. So I really like this. I use this a lot. I haven't used like any like waist trainers or like fajas or anything like that, just because I don't like anything tight on my stomach. The only thing I've been using, which I highly recommend for if you do have a C-section, just because your scar is so low, so you don't want to wear like regular underwear. I ended up going to Target and getting these, which honestly I love these underwears. The scar is so low that you don't want to wear regular underwear because it bothers and it's not comfortable at all to like have the underwear sit right on the scar. So you want to just you want to get like high-waisted underwear or underwear that has a band that you can pull it up and they don't fall down. And I didn't have any of those underwears. All my underwears are like the no-show underwears, like that have no seam, so they would just fall and like hit my scar and it was just so uncomfortable. So I got these at Target. They are like, they're Hanes, right? Yeah, Hanes. I got these in a size large. But they're like high-waisted and they have this band right here. It's like a thick band and they kind of like suck you in and they're super stretchy, but they're tight at the same time. And then they had these in like boy shorts or briefs like this, and I got the briefs like this. But these are a must because they go all the way up and they kind of suck you in and stuff. So I still wear these now because I still have, like I said, I still have my little mom pouch, so that helps keep everything together. So I love these from Target. I will link everything down below too. I didn't have stretch marks my entire pregnancy until the last like week because I got a rash on my stomach because he was stretching my stomach so much and I had barely any skin left for him to stretch. So I did get a rash and I got so many stretch marks, but it's okay. They're completely worth it because I have my beautiful baby boy. But what I've been using to help kind of fade them is this Palmer's Cocoa Butter Massage Lotion for stretch marks. Here it is right here. This is amazing. I just kind of massage it into my skin every day. I've noticed a difference for sure, and they definitely gotten lighter with this. And also I've been using this Mederma Advanced Scar Gel. So you can't really use this while you're pregnant, but you can after. Here it is right here, and it's a gel form, so I kind of just like put a little bit on my finger and then rub it directly onto the scar and kind of just leave a good layer on and then just pull my underwear up. And also I ran out, but bio oil helps too. I used that my entire pregnancy, and then also now I've been using it, so that's supposed to just help with the appearance of scars and kind of lighten the scars up. So that's that. So if you guys are breastfeeding, I have a couple things that I would recommend for you guys. Right now I'm currently supplementing for formula just because I found that my baby is allergic or has to be allergic to something that I'm eating. We haven't found out what it is yet, so I'm just giving him formula from now. And I'm just pumping. I have like a stash of milk in my freezer, like so much milk. But what I would recommend if your stash is low or if you're trying to increase your milk supply, these lactation cookies right here, they're super good. These are the oatmeal chocolate chip. They're so bomb, honestly. Like, I mean, I've noticed a little difference like when I eat some of these. And also your water intake, you need to drink a lot of water. But I've noticed a little difference, but honestly I just got these because they're so good. Like, they're bomb. Like, and if you're hungry in the middle of the night, these are like the perfect snack. So I would highly recommend these lactation cookies. They're from Milk Makers. Another thing, if you are breastfeeding and you have to deal with your leaky boobs because you leak like crazy when you breastfeed, it's like so annoying, you're gonna need some of these. These are the Lancino breast pads, right? These are breast pads, nursing pads. So these have helped me a lot with like the leakage and all that stuff because I was leaking like crazy. So they just look like this, and you kind of just stuff them in your bra and it prevents you from getting all over your clothes. Another thing, if you guys are breastfeeding, I would highly recommend some nipple cream because your nipples get so sore My baby made me bleed like the first day, I think it was. No, the first couple days I was bleeding from one nipple because of how hard he was freaking sucking on my nipple, especially in the beginning because they're just learning how to latch and all that stuff. So I would highly recommend some nipple cream because your nipples be getting so sore and they hurt so bad. So I have here the Lancino Lanolin cream, which is the one I used mostly. And then also I have the Boob Ease Organic Pumping Lubricant, which this one is 100% organic. So if you prefer this one, they're both good. I kind of like this one better though, just because this one is more kind of like sticky and it kind of leaves like a residue on your boob, and this one doesn't. So, but obviously I haven't used a lot of it. This is like, I've only got a sample of this one and then I got this, but I haven't used it a lot just because it was only in the beginning where my nipples were like super sore, because then he finally learned how to latch, so it got way better after that. Because breastfeeding should not hurt. If it does hurt you, you have to consult with your lactation consultant, because it should not hurt, and it's either hurting because the baby's not latching correctly or something's going wrong that it's hurting, because breastfeeding is not supposed to hurt. Another thing which was super important is a nursing bra. These are the bras that I use. I got these on Amazon. I did get some from Target, but honestly I like these better than the ones I got at Target. The brand is Hofish, and they look like this, and then they have like the little clip here that you can just unclip it and then pull your bra down, which is amazing. And then they come with pads. You can take the pads out. I usually do. But yeah, I got these on Amazon in a 3-pack for, I think it was like $28. I will link them down below. But these are amazing, super comfortable. And then they have like, the back is super like big, and it also came with like attachments to make it bigger or smaller. But I got these in a size large and they fit perfect. So that's that. And they're so cute. They came in a pack of 3, black, this pinky color, and then a nude. So I will link those down below. And they were super cheap, only $28 for 3 of them. And at Target I paid like $30 for one. So I would highly recommend those from Amazon. And then another thing I recommend if you're breastfeeding, especially if you're pumping, is a pumping bra. Because if you do have a pump, it's annoying to kind of hold it up like on your own. So I got this pumping bra. My pump that I use is the Medela pump. So I got the matching bra just because, you know, I figured why not. I also got this on Amazon. So here it is right here. It has like the little opening right here to put the pump. And you kind of just put it here, place the pump, and then you're free to just pump and roam around. This was a lifesaver for me. Instead of just holding like the pumps right here, I got this so it can hold it for me. But you need this if you are pumping and you have like a manual pump, or like a pump that's not like hands-free. You need a pumping bra. So this I also got at Amazon. I will link it down below. It was a little bit more pricey. I think it was like $30 for this, but it's worth it. So that's that. I hope you guys are not hard on yourselves about breastfeeding. If you can't, you can't. There's nothing wrong with formula. As long as the baby's fed, that's all that matters. There's a saying, breast is best, but honestly, fed is best. It doesn't matter how the baby's fed. As long as he's fed, that's all that matters. So yeah, my breastfeeding, I don't know if I'm going to continue. I will let you guys know. Right now, we're kind of going through a little hump, but I'm still going to try. I'm going to try, see if I can find what it is that I'm eating that is not sitting well with him. Or maybe if I just kind of wait a little bit and then try it again and see if he kind of, his stomach matures a little bit more, because I do have a whole stash in my freezer. I did have a couple questions that you guys asked me on Instagram. What is something I wish I knew to help me be more prepared for after birth? Something that I wish I knew was how hard motherhood really is. Like, I never realized how hard it is to be a mom, especially a new mom at that. Like me, I've never taken care of a baby before. I've never babysat on my own, a little baby, like never. And for me, that first day home, like I brought a baby home, it was just so crazy for me, just because I was so overwhelmed with so much emotions that day. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that this is it. Like, I'm a mom for the rest of my life. Like, this baby is mine, this child is mine, and I have to protect him for the rest of my life. And like, I'm the type, I worry a lot, and my head was just going miles a minute. Like the first night especially, I would sleep and I would like wake up like every 2 minutes, like, oh my god, is he still breathing? Is, you know, my anxiety was through the roof. I feel like nobody ever talks about how you feel like mentally after you give birth, and I feel like that is so important, because there's so many things that go through your mind, like thoughts that you never thought you would think, especially those nights when you're like sleep deprived and you're just so exhausted and so tired, but you still have to get up and be a mom. Those are the hardest, because you just feel like, oh my god, like this is my life. Like, it is honestly a blessing, but when you're tired and you have no sleep and you're running on like 1 hour of sleep, like the things that go in your mind are just crazy. And that's why I say like postpartum depression is so real, and I feel like it should be talked about more. People should not be ashamed to feel the way they feel, especially new moms, because it is something that you are never prepared for. You're never prepared for bringing a baby home. You're never prepared for caring for a child. Everybody can try to give you advice and all that stuff, but honestly, until you go through it, you're never prepared at all. I feel like it is kind of like seen as like, oh, like if you're feeling upset, like then you're not a good mom, which is not the case. Like, my big thing is like, you have to make sure you make time for yourself, because if you don't, you're gonna go crazy and you're going to feel like your life is just on autopilot. That's what it feels like. As a new mom, I feel like it is so hard to kind of experience all these different types of emotions, and I feel like you have to make sure to put yourself first, and just make time for yourself. It just feels like your life is just to take care of the baby, which it's mostly that, like, but you still have to make sure to give yourself some space, to give yourself some time, because if you don't, you're gonna go crazy. I didn't think that I would feel so sad and so like depressed, and I did for a little bit. Like, the first 2 weeks were hard for me, just because it was new for me. Everything was new, and I just felt like my life was over. Like, I legit felt like that. And it's okay to feel like that. Like, it's not, you shouldn't be ashamed to feel like that. And I feel like a lot of people like shame moms for being happy and like taking time for themselves, which is not okay. Like, I feel like you need to take time for yourself. You need to put yourself first, because a happy mom is equals a happy baby. If you're not happy, your baby's not gonna be happy, because you're just putting that energy onto the baby. Get dressed, get cute, go out. Like, I would just go to the mall by myself. I'll be like, okay, I need a break. I would give the baby to my mom. I'll be like, mom, I just need to go. I just need to step out. I just need to drive my car. I just need to go. I just need to go. Like, I just need to get out. And that's okay. It's okay to just get out the house. Just want to just have time for yourself. It's totally okay. And I feel like a lot of people don't think that's okay when it is. And now that I do have a kid, I understand that moms need their time. Mom needs space. Mom needs her time. Mom needs to get out, go out with her friends, go have a drink. Mom needs that, because they don't get that time. Take care of yourself, because you need to take care of yourself in order to take care of your baby. That's that. But yeah, so, and any advice to any new moms is that just enjoy every second of it. Especially when you're pregnant, enjoy your pregnancy. Take lots of pictures. Just make sure you soak it all in, because they'll be here sooner than you know it. And then once they're here, make sure you soak in every little day with them, because they grow so fast. Like, my baby has grown so fast. He is the cutest thing in the world, and I am so obsessed with him, but he is growing so fast. And I get so sad, because it's like, he is not like the little baby that I brought home from the hospital anymore. He's such a big boy now, and he's just gonna get bigger. And all I can say is just make sure you enjoy every little moment. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope I covered everything you guys needed to know about postpartum. If you guys have any other questions, just make sure you leave it in the comments below. I will have everything I mentioned linked down in this description bar, if you guys wanted to purchase anything. And what else? Oh yeah, to all my new moms out there, congratulations. I'm so happy to be included in this motherhood club. It is amazing, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. I plan to do many more videos like this. If you guys want to see a newborn must-have video, let me know. I can definitely film that because I do have a bunch of products that I love. But yeah, so if you guys have any other questions, just make sure you leave it down below. If you did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed to my channel if you aren't already, and also to click the little bell button to get notified every time I upload a new video. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye. Okay guys, quickly, I just wanted to show you my little man. He just ate. This is my little guy. Look how big he is. He is such a big boy. He's like, Mom, what are you doing? Say hi, Papa. Hi. So this is my little baby. Just want to show you guys quickly before I ended the video. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone just so I can make sure he's in focus. Say hi. He's just looking at the light like, what is this? What is going on? Okay, let's go. Let's go, Papush. We're done. We're done. Right? We're done. We're done. I love you. I can't kiss you because I got makeup on, but I love you. Okay. Bye, guys. Say bye. Say bye. Bye.